Hi guys, welcome back to Sleeve Saturday. So as we know, the show must go on for bands like Journey when there is money to be made and contracts to be honoured. And that's exactly what Journey are doing on their current Freedom Tour. Honouring their obligation to promoters and fans while gritting their shiny teeth behind the happy faces.
I'm telling you.
But Journey have a lead singer problem, that being that they have two of them in their ranks and one of them is really pissed off. The turmoil behind the scenes lingers on in the background though, and this civil war will be resolved one way or another when this tour comes to an end in May. But what then? Well, with more money to be made, this band will continue.
Oh my.
Look, we've already discussed here before that Arnel has provoked Neil Sean to give him the sack because he's grown weary of all this nonsense. But this would be a blessing in disguise for Neil. Yes, he found Arnel, but Pineda is effectively a John Cain loyalist now. If Arnel wants out so badly, Journey already have in their ranks potentially a better lead singer to replace him, in the form of drummer Deen Castronovo. A man who is no stranger to singing this material, be it with Journey or Neil's side project Journey Through Time. Look, his version of Suzanne, a deep track from Journey's 1986 LP Raised on Radio, never ever fails to blow me away. Some will say after 15 years singing these songs, Pineda's voice is shot. Every time I watch a video with Deen though singing a Journey song, the comment sections are just lit up with praise. Oh my god, I prefer Deen Castronovo singing than Arnel. Deen is the one that I don't mind singing in place of Steve. Deen is the closest sounding to Steve. Totally awesome. Freaking amazing. He is as good or better than Steve. Deen is a special talent. Best thing since Steve Perry. Guys, I could go on and give you ream after ream of praise for Deen in these comment sections. I mean, the guy's voice is showing no sign of cracking. Arnel, meanwhile, well, he just doesn't sound the same as he did in 2008. But even though his voice doesn't sound as good as it once was, Arnel still gives a great show. His theatrics on stage have not changed since his beginnings with Journey. If Neil does rip up his contract at the end of this tour, Castronovo would be ready-made to step in. Neil gave Deen his shot in the 80s, starting with Bad English and then Hardline and eventually Journey. Deen will stand by Neil to the death because of that, and he's happy to be a hired gun in this band. For his creative outlets, Deen has other projects on the side, you know, like with Revolution Saints, etc. But what would a Journey concert look like without a swashbuckling frontman like Arnel? Deen rarely steps away from the drum kit and he isn't comfortable being at the front of stage, so you would end up with a band that potentially sounds better but lacks a focal point. Now, this has been done successfully in the past, Phil Collins with Genesis and Don Henley with the Eagles, so it could work for Journey, but the audience would have to adapt. Even Steve Perry wasn't exactly a presence on stage, he just let his voice do the talking. Maybe Deen could do the same. Look, either way, even if Arnel does stay, it's time for Deen to start taking over more of the heavy lifting. With Arnel's theatrics and Deen's voice, Journey could be so great if their leaders would just get out of their own way. But let's face it, on past evidence, this ain't gonna happen. I'm curious though guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.